are continuing this hour-long marathon today. Not today. This is part 4. Yes, we're past the half point, and we are almost done. We we have to start exercising tomorrow. It's great, and we get to meet who the spy is, which we don't know. I have suspicions though. It could be Misha. I don't know. But anyways, we're gonna help Rin paint. So let's move on. The white cotton over sleeve flaps around and makes me think I could not sadder than it does. But it makes me feel out of place, like almost every tangible reminder the student base's special properties has in his past few days. This girl doesn't notice my dreary feelings, of course, or the fact that she lost me a while ago already. It just keeps on blabbering. So that's why I'm trying to figure out if there's something I need to figure out, and then figure out that out before it's too late and all hope is lost. Why would the hope be lost? Because paint has to be painted and then has to dry and then has to be painted over with another kind of paint. Paintception takes time. She finally stops, apparently thinking she made some kind of statement that makes sense. I think it's better to start from the top. So this is your project. You did this? Yes. All of it? Yes. Nice, but I stumble with my words, suddenly feeling that I walked straight into the minefield of political incorrectness. It's okay, you can say it. I probably won't get mad. I blush really hard. I don't really know what the right thing to say, if any. It feels like I'm the more sensitive than Rin is, though. This is really awkward. Don't you want to ask? How do you paint with other hands? See, I'm an easy person to talk to, right? With my feet. Of course, what else? I almost guessed that already, but isn't that hard to do? You're good at guessing. Anyway, I don't think it is, but maybe I'm used to it by now. Can't get my mind around the fact that she could be an artist, but seeing how adept she is using her feet to eat, I figured painting would not be a problem either. Neither of us has anything more to add to the subject. The afternoon light works perfectly well. Pretty well. I was afraid it would look too flat, but it's not looking after all. You don't look pretty flat. I think it's actually pretty interesting. I wanted to see what it looks like in dim light. Do you think it's flat? Well, painting's tend to be flat. Not like that flat, flat. Like some people are, no substance, no meat where they should have some. You have meat, I know a few girls who. Okay, I get it, but I couldn't really tell. I'm not good with art. I can't name many artists or artistic terms, so I don't really have anything to say. Rin shrugs her shoulders at like saying, suit yourself. Actually, about the whole flat thing, every girl we've met has not been flat. Lily is not flat. Hanako is not flat. Misha, Shizune are not flat. That's surprising though, because there is at least an almost like, I don't know how to explain it, but there's a lot of anime that have at least one girl that's flat. And that girl gets jealous of the other girls that are not flat, right? So kind of makes it a little comedy, but I guess there's no flat girls here, so I guess all of them are suitable suggestions. Rin shrugged his shoulders as saying, suit yourself, without saying it, and looks up at the skies. I'm trying to say, look for something up there. I didn't think I'd get any actual work done, but if you give me a hand with the paints, I can do a little before it's a little too dark. I wanted to get a halogen lamp like the ones they have at the sports track, but there aren't none. Rin sure is quick to recruit my help, as was Shizune. It really makes me feel like the festival is such a big project that every pair of hands is needed. Why not? I'm really sure I can be of any help though. It's just mixing some paints. You can do that, probably. Do you have a motor control problems like, the people who have some? Cerebral palsy, maybe? Not that I know of. I get it. Heart thingy has nothing to do with that. She gives me a sly look for no reason. No, it doesn't. Let's do it then. So she sits in an empty wooden box and very naturally picks up a white brush between the toes of her bare right foot. I open up a few of the cans and pour some of the contents into shallow bowls for mixing. I don't know how to mix, whether it be food, paint, drink. I only know how to mix drinks, and that's easy. Thing paints flow lazily from the can to the bowl, like syrup. I like syrup. I mix them, creating funny, hypnotic-looking swirl patterns that melt quickly into each form to form a new, monotone hue. Rin sets to work, every now and then asking me for a hand with something for the other. ... Finding different brushes is easy enough. Mixing the paints to the exact tone that girl is apparently seeing in her head is a frustrating ordeal. She wants precision down to the last milliliter before she is satisfied, but her instructions are obscure at best. Add a splash of green. I crouch down to pick up the can of bright green. The other green. This green. I carefully pour some of the other green paint into the mixing bowl. No, that's almost a whole splash. More white. Is green a good color to add? No, oh, she said it. Is green a good color to add? No idea. You're the artist here. And a smile appears in the corners of her mouth. Do you lack an opinion? No, it's just that I have no idea. It's okay, because I've got just an idea. Add more white. With this explanation, I pour a minuscule amount of white into the bowl and mix it. It looks slightly whiter. Yeah. That's not good. It has to be like the color when you wake up and you know that you saw this meaning of life in your dream, but you can't remember it. Maybe it's yellow. How the hell? Okay. Never mind. Despite the impossibility of mixing a color like the change of seasons or any other nonsense that's being imposed on me, I found myself enjoying it more than I thought it would. Seeing a painting being born on the plastered wall feels like magic. I spend the moments I have between mixing paints crouching down on the paving and just looking at her work. Or looking at her. It feels slightly intrusive at least, like breaking some imaginary intimacy, but Rin doesn't seem to mind the least bit. Maybe it's just in my head. Her entire presence emits a completely different air as she patiently works the details, adding layers of paint on top of other layers of paint, steadily moving her foot across the wall to add new shapes. When I manage to produce a passable mixture of paint, the rare smile on her face is oddly rewarding. Apart from the few words when discussing paint mixes, neither of us say a word for the longest time. Even though short discussions soon evolve into a shorthand, both of us developing and using weird impromptu code words for various paints and hues, as if there were some need to just converse word and breed the sound. And damn, the wall changed. We stay there late until into the evening until it becomes too dark to paint properly. Are we gonna sleep now? You sleep now? God damn it. Oh fuck, the alarms. I hate those. The sound of an alarm pulled me out of a fitful slumber into the unpleasant state of wakefulness. I linger under the blanket for a few minutes, gathering energy to rise up while making excuses for why I haven't already. Honestly, I wouldn't mind staying here for all day. School's surprisingly exhausting after a long pause, and the culture shock still doesn't fade it though, I think. Still, despite getting an impression that skipping class is easy here, I don't think they are going to let me get away with that easily. And the nurse is bound to keep breathing down my neck with the talk of exercising as well. So eventually I do rise up, swallow the morning medications, and put on my old soccer clothing. Thanks to my condition, I was exempted from taking part in gym classes at Yumaku, so I didn't get issued with a gym outfit. I'd order some to cover such as contingency, but wearing my old soccer clothes is kind of nostalgic. I can't use them for that many anymore, so maybe they can get a new life this way, a bit like me. After all, I'm gonna start taking care of myself. Can't afford to slack around. I'll start from the basics. Basics which include keeping the rest of my body in shape, along with what little I can to straighten my heart. Maybe then I can go back to something approaching a normal life, or at least something where I'm less likely to fall over dead at any moment. I'm surprised I discovered I'm not the only person present at the track. Not just that, but it's a face I've seen before. Oh my god, it's a prosthetic leg girl. No. Well, it's Emmy. Wonder who this is. I hope Emmy isn't the spy. The prosthetic leg girl who bellowed me over into the hallway yesterday is running on the track lithely, like a half-mechanical gazelle. What was her name again? It was a short one, but I can't remember. She seems to be running laps at a somewhat easy lope, her prosthetic legs clacking rhythmically on a hard track surface. Wonder what reason she has for running this early in the morning. Maybe it's something akin to mine, and the nurse is oppressing the poor girl to talk like she has is oppressing me. I certainly wouldn't be here if it weren't for my health. I'm just prompting me to do so. And even with things being like they are, it's only because I wanted to get out this way early. The fact that I would be less likely to encounter someone who would witness my pitiful attempts to get into shape was merely a happy accident. I leave, but it seems that my former assailant noticed me on her last lap. She waves at me cheerfully and jogs over. You're the one banging this girl. Good morning. Your name is Isel, right? She grins, seemingly pleased that she'd remember my name. You may not remember me. Emmy, I knocked you over in the hall yesterday? Yes, that's like the last thing I want to remember. Oh, that face. Miss Ibarozaki? She imitates Misha imitating Shizune, falling to get the same kind of subdued lilt into her high-pitched voice. How could I forget such a blunt introduction? Emmy has the decency to look vaguely apologetic for giggling. Yeah, sorry about that again. Well, so long as you don't have to make a habit of it, I suppose I'll feel fine.